there's not much more to look forward to in 2020 as far as movies go. The year's pretty much wrapped up, but I was looking forward to this. I was looking forward to the director's cut or re-edit of Godfather Part 3. And I'm a big fan of the Godfather movies, Part 1 and 2. And contrary to what a lot of people say, a lot of people don't like 3. Unpopular opinion. I like 3, I just don't love it. Alright, compared to the other 2 movies, the other Godfather movies are so epic that the third one can't even hold a candle to that. So I don't think anybody would argue that 3 is the best one. But I can appreciate 3 for being what it was. Okay, it does continue the story of Michael Corleone, and it concludes his journey. So I can appreciate the third one. So with this one, Coppola promised that we're going to see this movie in a new light. The ones that were disappointed in it are going to appreciate it more. All right, so he promised that we're going to get a whole new experience with this movie, and it's going to be a lot better than when we first watched it. We shall see. And by the way, I'm also waiting for Sly to drop the director's cut for Rocky 4. Like, that's what I'm really salivating for. Like, now the Rocky franchise is that's my shit. That's my favorite of all time. So that's what I'm definitely looking forward to. But Godfather 3, okay, I said, okay, let's see what Coppola does to this. So this is titled The Godfather Part 3 Coda, which for some reason sounds like Cuda. And down here in the South, you know, Cuda means, yeah. So it's called Godfather 3 Coda, The Death of Michael Corleone. And I hit play. I'm excited. Got my popcorn. I got my little projector in the house, so I get to have the movie theater experience, but it's still not the same. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can fry chicken all day, but sometimes you just want to get some of the Colonel's chicken. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you want to get that Popeye's chicken. There's something about when you go out to eat. It's just something about it that you just don't get at home. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I hit play, and I'm watching it. And basically, y'all, it's the same movie, okay? So I'm not going to get into the whole plot and everything about this movie. That I think I might say that for another day. I'm just talking about this cut of the film. Is it better than the original cut? And I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say I think this cut was better. But the thing about it is they didn't add any new scenes. Like, there was no new footage, but just the way he put it together, the way he edited it together. So the movie starts out. Now, this is, okay, spoilers here. This is for those that have seen the movie. So if you haven't seen it, fuck it. So the movie starts out, okay, the movie starts out with a scene that took place in the middle of the original cut, all right? So it starts out with Michael talking to the priest or the cardinal or whoever he is, you know, when he was trying to make that deal with the church or whatever, that whole Mobiari talk, or however the fuck you say it. So the film starts out with that, as opposed to how originally started, where they show the house in Vegas and how it's all messed up in Michael's voiceover. It doesn't do that. It just gets right to it. So the thing I can say about this movie is that the re-edited version is that it cuts off a lot more fat and gets more into the meat of what this movie is. And that's why I appreciate it more, because, you know, here I go comparing movies to food again. But if you have a piece of meat and there's too much fat on it, it kind of fucks it up. But at the same time, if you cut off all the fat and it's too lean, it takes away the flavor, okay? To quote Sam the Cooking Guy, fat adds flavor. You need some fat on this. So Coppola trimmed off some fat, but not a lot of fat. He trimmed off enough fat where I think it gave the movie more flavor than it originally had. And I said, you know what? This is good as a Godfather 3 movie as we're going to get. It did not blow me away. I did not say, oh my God, this is a totally different movie. Nah, it's the same fucking movie. It's the same thing. He just cut some things out. He rearranged some scenes. Okay, so some scenes that were placed in different places, he just rearranged. I mean, he mixed shit up, but it worked. And one thing I did notice was the scenes with his daughter, Coppola's daughter, Sofia Coppola, who got a lot of shit over the years for being a bad actress and for, listen to y'all, she was an 18-year-old girl, not really an actress. She was on set. Winona Ryder just pulled out. Okay, he needed somebody to fill the spot. She said, well, fuck it, I'll do it. All right. She's not a trained actress. All right, so cut her some slack. And honestly, I don't think she did too bad. I think she served her purpose. Is she a Winona Ryder? Hell nah. Did she do a really good job? No. But I feel like her performance is not as bad as people say it is, except for when the part where she got shot and she dropped down to the ground. She was like, Dad? Now that part was laughably bad. I know I'm sweating, y'all, because I worked out not too long ago, and I worked out not too long ago, and I guess my body's still heated up, you know what I'm saying, trying to get my fat ass back in shape. He did cut a lot of her shit out, so I guess sometimes when she was overacting or overselling it, he would just cut it real quick. So a lot of her scenes were cut. They cut quite a few scenes in here, but like I said, it was just enough to give it more flavor. And by the way, I don't know about y'all, but I still cringe at the whole love story between Mary and her cousin Vincent, played by Andy Garcia, who, by the way, is the brightest spot of this movie. I think Andy Garcia's Vincent was like the only thing that really made this movie somewhat gangster, gave it some gangster credibility, because Michael Corleone, I mean, Al Pacino did good as Michael Corleone, but he's a shell of himself. He's not the same Michael he was in the first two movies. He's not supposed to be. The character's supposed to evolve, so I understand that. But the only thing that made the movie any kind of gangster was Vincent. So yeah, the love story between Mary and Vincent was really cringeworthy because they were first cousins. And I don't know how they get down in Sicily. I'm not trying to say how they get down in Sicily. I have no idea. But just where I come from, that's not cool. You don't get with your own cousin, okay? Even if your cousin does look good and you're like, well, damn, if she wasn't my cousin, I would. You don't do that, okay? That every scene where they were together and they was all hugging and kissing each other, and then the fact that they even called each other cuz, like, that's the thing. Like, they're fucking, they're cousins. They still say, hey, cuz, hey, cuz. When you say, hey, cuz, it's like, hey, cuz, family, you're my family. Like, cousin, you're my cousin. There's no way I could be romantically involved with you like, hey, cuz, girl, take your drawers off. No, that it's just sick to me. And I still get chills when I see Michael do that cry thing. You know that cry? Like when your mama hits you and you can't get it out and it's like... If you didn't really care for this movie to begin with, you're probably still not going to care for it, but I think it's going to be more watchable for you. I think you can appreciate it a little bit more watching it this time around. And if you did like it, like I did, if you liked the original version and then you watch this version, I mean, I'm going to say that I enjoyed this more than the original version, and I probably will watch this again. And another thing I noticed too was that when he released the trilogy on DVD, they all had that amber hue to it, like all three movies had that amber hue to it. So this time he takes away the amber hue. It just looks like a regular fucking colored movie. You know what I'm saying? I hope that doesn't sound racist, but it looks like a regular colored movie, like how I saw it on HBO back in 1990 and I recorded it on my VCR. So if I watch this movie again, I will watch the re-edited version, okay? But if I ever just want to compare the two, I'll probably watch the original version again, but I think this is the one that I'm going to watch from this point on. So anyways, y'all, what did you think of Godfather Part 3? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you watch the re-edited version? Let me know what you think about it. Comment freely below. If you're liking the content, hit that like and subscribe notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.